Welcome to Living the Empowered Life podcast, where we discuss all things empowering, encouraging, and inspiring. My name is Yvonne Ellis. I'm an empowerment speaker, author, coach, trainer, and founder of Yumi Empowerment, a company that facilitates the empowerment of people. I help people to make positive life change, live in their purpose, and develop into their best version of self. I share stories, interviews, spiritual encouragement, and actionable tips to empower, encourage, and inspire you to live the life you want. So if you want to live the empowered life, join me each week on my podcast so we can take the journey together. Hello, Empowered Lifers. Welcome to episode 102. Guys, we are coasting. Now we're past 100 episodes. It feels like it was only yesterday I was saying to you it's 100 episodes, but here we are on episode 102. And now we are into the third week of the new year. How is it going, Empowered Lifers? Are you all cylinders firing? Are you getting on with your goals and dreams? Are you focused? I know for a lot of people this year has started off on a bit of a limp one, but you know, we still have about 50 weeks to continue to do our goals, our dreams, and to get back on track to be focused. So if you're one of those people where the new year hasn't started off with a bang, don't worry, you have plenty of time to get back on track. So guys, as of today, it is the 26th of January that I am recording this podcast, and if I'm being honest with you, I am not feeling too great today. I think the gloomy weather has finally got to me after making it through autumn and most of the winter without getting the flu, without getting sick. I'm actually not feeling great today, but I didn't want to let you guys down. I wanted to give you an episode, and that is what I'm going to do today. And we're going to discuss in episode 102 about saying no to distractions. If you're anything like me lately, you will know that distractions are an enemy of progress. You will know that distractions are keeping you back from the things that you're trying to do. I have struggled with distractions for a little bit of time now, but today I want to share with you some things that I am doing to combat distractions. So guys, as I mentioned, distractions is an enemy of progress, and I want to share with you just a couple of quotes before I get into sharing some tips with you about the subject of distraction. So the first quote I want to share with you is by picturequote.com. It says, "No more distractions. It's time to be selfish." Couldn't agree more. Sometimes one of the main causes of distraction is putting everybody and everything else first before the things that you need to do. So we are going to take this quote into the new year and say, it's time to be selfish. The next quote I want to share with you is by Adam Horschild. He says, "Work is hard, distractions are plentiful, and time is short." So true. Do you know, it's one thing when you put off things until tomorrow, but when it's distractions that are making you do it, you know, time just goes so quickly. It's time to just put them aside and understand that the things that keep distracting us are keeping us from the things that we want to do, and time is short, so we need to make sure we always keep that in mind. And the last quote I want to share with you doesn't say who it's by, but it's on Instagram apparently. It says, "If you don't separate yourself from the distractions, your distractions will separate you from your goals and the life you want." I couldn't have said it better myself. This is the ultimate aim of distractions. Distractions will keep you from the life that you want, because you're not going to be focused, you're not going to be putting your energy and all into everything. And that is what I mean about distractions. Distractions are an enemy of progress, as I said at the beginning of this podcast. So today I want to share with you some things to help you to say no to distractions. We are Empowered Lifers going to say no to distractions this year. We're going to stop putting others before ourselves in terms of the things that we're trying to do. We're going to focus on what we're trying to do. And hopefully at the end of this year, the non-distracted route that we have taken will eventually pay off. We will see rewards. We will see the fruits of that commitment. So I'm going to share with you 5 things when it comes to saying no to distractions. And I know that it can be quite challenging, but if you can find a way to implement at least one of these things into your day to stop you being distracted by life, by people, by tasks outside of the things that you want to do. It will be empowering for you. And over here, as you know, we're all about living the empowered life. So let me share some tips with you. The first one I want to say to you is to set clear goals. You need to know what you're working towards, and that will make it easier for you to recognize and resist distractions. So guys, I don't know if you have a diary. I have my 2025 diary where I write down everything that I need to do for the week. I usually do that beforehand, not on the day. So it gives me a clear idea. When I look at it, I know what to do for the next day. It is good to write down, set clear goals, because it gives you a focus. If you are going into your day and your week and you've got things that you want to do and you're distracted and you haven't wrote down exactly what it is you need to do, you will find yourself going off and doing other things other than what you really want to do. It's good to write down your priorities for your day or week. Write them down in a clear way so you know what you need to focus on for the week, and you need to prioritize that. Now, this one is going to be hard for a lot of people. I have found this one hard, but it is about creating boundaries. If you're somebody that is always there to save other people, putting other people first, you like to help, you like to be kind, that's all good and great. It's good to be kind, it's good to help people, but sometimes you have to prioritize the things that you need to do. I know for a lot of people, they have a lot of problems saying no to people. They feel bad, they feel guilt if they can't help. But it is important that we all learn to be able to say no when we need to. And if that person understands us or knows us, they will know that we would want to help them, but now is just not the time. And they won't take offense with that. So politely saying, I'm focusing on something important right now. Can we talk later, or can I come back to you later? Is not something that anybody should find offensive when somebody says that to them. Because at the moment, you can't do what they are asking. And if they're an understanding person, if they're a person that can just understand that, then they shouldn't take offense. So try and get into the habit of saying that. And the key thing is to politely say it. You're not shouting at them, no, I'm not going to do it. You're saying, actually, sorry, can I come back to you later about this? I'm at the moment trying to do something really important. I don't see a problem with that. So practice that. Practice politely saying, I'm focusing on something else. So another thing that you can do, which is something that I have done on my social media, especially because I do create content and post it, is to put silent notification on, or turn it off completely. Also as well, put in do not disturb hours, like, in your phone for when you're doing work or focusing on something. So people, you won't hear like the notifications of people trying to contact you and stuff. You can do it on emails, you can do it on your phone. I do that when I'm working from home as well. I will put things on mute, on silent, so that I don't get easily disturbed. It's something that can be really, really helpful. And if you've got things that you need to do and you don't want to be disturbed, I will make use of these features on your phone or on your computer, because, they are quite helpful. The next thing I want to say to you is to eliminate temptations. Same like the do not disturb, turning off notification on your devices. There are a number of different apps that can help you to do that. Some called like Focus or Freedom, to block distracting websites or apps. I haven't used these. You would need to check them out for yourself or an equivalent. Also, what I find really, really helpful is using time blocking. Now, this is great. I used this while I was doing my master's degree, and I found it to be really, really, really helpful in blocking out distractions. So I'd have a certain block of time for studying, a certain block of time for work. I would also use things like a egg timer, the sand timer where you turn it one way and then it will drain down and you'd know how long you work for. There's another thing, I can't remember the name of it, a Pomodoro, I think it's called, something like that, where you work for a certain amount of time, like 20 minutes, and then you take a 5-minute break, and you do this like 4 to 5 times. I used this while I was doing my master's degree, and I found it absolutely helpful. If you're somebody that struggles with distractions, struggles with focus, You can see the Pomodoro, I think it's called. If you Google it or search for it on YouTube, it will come up. Basically, it's got like a timer and you set it and you play it, and it's just got nice chilled music in the background for 20 minutes, and then it stops the timer, you have a rest, and then you get back to it. So using things like, a sand timer, this kind of Pomodoro thing, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, guys, so please don't hold me to it. But if you put it in the search engine, you'll find it. These type of things will help you with distractions, because what you're saying in time blocking is, I'm going to focus on these particular tasks. This is how long I can do it for. And that is the beauty of it. You set it for the time that you want to do it for, and then you do it. So do check out those things. It's good for focusing for work, for leisure, whatever it is you need to do. It is a thing that you can use, time blocking, to kind of create a focus zone for the things you're trying to do within your life. Another thing, which is more to do with your environment, is to create a distraction-free environment. So work in a clutter-free and quiet space. Use things like noise cancelling headphones or lofty music. It's like background music and things like that, which is nice and chilled and not distracting. Because if you have something like your favorite program playing in the background, you will be more inclined to tune into it rather than focus on what it is you're trying to do. So using things that are not going to distract your mind and working in a clutter-free environment is going to really help you as well. Make sure that your space is quiet and clutter-free. And the last thing I want to share with you is to take time to reassess your priorities regularly. If things are pulling your attention away and are not aligning with your goals, if you are regularly evaluating your goals, this will help you to know which things they are that are kind of trying to vie for your attention. This is going to help you greatly. It's one thing to set goals and priorities, for the week, for the year, whatever time frame it is. But what's going to help you to kind of fulfill those things is to regularly evaluate. And how you can do that is basically, if you've written down your priorities for the day, the week, the month, or the year, whatever they are, go back to them weekly, monthly. Make sure that you have them in your mind's eye all the time, that these are the things that I need to focus on. I know it's not easy to deal with distractions because we're living in a world now where there's so much noise, so much things going on. We've got apps that kind of, have destroyed the attention span in a way, like scrolling apps like TikTok and Instagram. And there's just so many things vying for our mind, for our attention, for our time. It can be very, very easy to give into distractions. Trust me, I know, I've been there. I'm coming out of it myself. It is very, very, very hard. But one of the things you need to realize is, just like we said at the beginning, if we keep getting distracted by other things, it takes time from the things that we should be focusing on. So do remember that and say no to distractions. So the Bible scripture I want to share with you this week comes from Proverbs chapter 4, verse 25. It says, "Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you." I don't think there's a more perfect scripture to deal with being focused and not being distracted. Let your eyes focus on things that are straight ahead, meaning the things that you should be focusing on. Fix your attention, your gaze, your eyes directly before you, directly on the things that you should be focusing on, and take it day by day, step by step. Remember, you are trying to undo a very annoying habit that you've had. Distractions don't just happen. They're things that build up over time. So even if you do fall and fail as you're trying to change your habits, show yourself grace, get back on track by focusing on the things that you need to focus on, and keep moving forward. So guys, as I do the post notification, I would love to know from you, what distractions do you find it hard to resist? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. I would love to know what things it is that keeps vying for your attention and you keep giving it the attention you don't want to give it. Please let me know as I do the post notification. You can let me know in the comments. You can email me, whatever. Just get in contact. Let me know what distractions are you struggling with and why you want to get rid of them for 2025. I would love to hear from you. So guys, thank you for listening to this episode. I thank you all for taking your valuable time Those of you who are new to listening to Living the Empowered Life podcast, and those of you who have been with me from day one, I always thank you guys. And I should have thanked you at the beginning of the episode. But as I said, my mind's not been there because I've not been well this week. But I really appreciate all you guys. Be sure to listen to this episode on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, my YouTube channel, Living the Empowered Life, and do check out all my links in the show notes description box below. So that is it for this episode, guys. Until the next one, take care.